Okay, in this video we're going to be going over the axle peg for your Automoblox project. Just a quick look at the sketch that they give you. All of our dimensions here, the majority of them will be cutting in half because they are diameters, and we only have to draw the top half of this shape. So the section that you're seeing here in the blue is all we have to draw. We do not have to draw the bottom half of the shape. We're going to be using the revolve command. This is something I went over in class, that we're going to rotate this shape all around this axis right here. Alright, so that's what we're going to rotate around when we're done. So we only have to draw the blue area. When I start drawing this, I'm going to start right here in this corner and work my way around the shape. Okay, and then at some point over here where they don't give us a dimension, I'm going to go the opposite way, okay, and create the opposite side of it. So let's talk about this. Let's break it down. I'm going to start right here from this point. All right, the first line that I'm going to have to draw is going to start from here. It needs to come up to this point. That distance is half of our 19, and if you don't know what that is, that's okay. Inventor will figure it out for us. So we're going to come over, get our line command. We're going to draw a vertical line, okay, and we would type 0.19 divided by 2, okay, and it figures that out. And then we're going to come over in this direction. Let's switch back over to our drawing. It comes over 0.33, okay, so I'm going to be coming in this direction, 0.33. Then I have to come up, okay. I'm not sure how far to come up, so let's take a look at our drawing. All right, we need to come up from here to here, okay, and that distance is a distance of our 25 and our 19 here. If we subtract them, ends up being 0.06, but remember, it's half of that, so it ends up being 0.03 that we're coming up. All right, so we're going to come up vertically, and we could type 0.03, hit enter, okay, then we know we have to come in this direction. Let's see how far over we come. They're telling us that's 0.05, okay, 0.05. So we come back over, we're coming to the right, 0.05, and hit enter. And then we know we need to come up, okay. If we zoom in on what we're drawing here, we have to come up, okay. How far do we come up? Well, in this case, we're at this point right now, and we got to come up to there. That's a distance of 0.04, but remember, it's half that distance because it's half here and half at the bottom. So it would be 0.02 that we come up. Okay, so we're going to come up vertically, type in that 0.02, press enter. Then we have to come back in this direction. As we come in this direction, we know that we have to come from this point to this point. All right, and how we get that is, here we have 0.88 overall. If we subtract these three numbers from 0.88, that gives us our distance. Okay, so from here to here is the number that we need to figure out. I'm going to do that on my calculator real quick. Okay, so with our calculator, we're going to go 0.88 minus 0.25 minus 0.19 minus 0.07 equals 0.37 is the number we need. Okay, so we come back over to Inventor. We're going to drag in this direction, and we go 0.37. Hit enter. There's our drawing. I know it comes up vertically next. Let's figure out what that number is. So now we're looking from this point up to here. Okay, and if we look all the way over here, they're telling us that from here to here, okay, is a distance of 0.1. If we subtract this 0.4 minus the 0.3, it ends up being 0.1. But we need half of that, so it would be 0.05. Okay, that is all the same number. So we're going to come back over. Okay, in our case, we're going to come up 0.05 and hit enter, and then we come over to the left. Okay, how far do we come to the left? That's saying 0.07. We're getting that number right here, that distance, 0.07. So we're going to drag in this direction, 0.07, hit enter. Okay, then we come down. It was the same distance, so we're going to go 0.05, okay, which we already figured out. Switch back over to our drawing here, okay, and we need to come down on an angle. They don't even tell us what this angle is. So at this point, our drawing is done because we don't know what that is. All right, so we have to figure that out from somewhere else. All right, so what we're going to do is go with the numbers that we already have, and we're going to draw the rest of our shape until we get to this point, and then we'll just connect from here back to there, since they haven't given us what that angle is. All right, so continuing to draw. All right, we're going to come over. Okay, so we're going to come from our original point, and we're going to come over here, 0.07. Then we need to come up, okay, to get to that line, 0.19 divided by 2. All right, so let's come back over here. I'm going to press escape from where I'm currently at, come back to my original point, come in with my line. I'm going to drag this line over, all right, and it goes 0.07, okay, and then I know it comes up 0.19 divided by 2 equals, okay, and then we're going to come over in this direction to the left. Let's take a look at our drawing, okay. As we're coming over, it comes over 0.19, okay, in this direction, so we're going to go 0.19 to the left, then up. We need this distance, okay, 0.25 minus 0.19 ends up being 0.06, but remember it's half of that, so it would be 0.03. Alright, so switching back over to Inventor, we're going to come over in this direction, 0.19, then we're going to come up, and when we come up it's 0.03, okay, which we got, and then we're going to come over to the left. Alright, how far do we come to the left? Well, let's switch over to our drawing, take a look. Okay, so we're here, we're coming over in this direction. It ends up being 0.25 if we're looking at our drawing, 0.25. Then we have to come up. Okay, when we come up, it's splitting the distance of 0.05. Okay, so we have to take that and divide it by 2. Alright, which would be 0.025. Alright, so let's switch back over. We're coming over in this direction, 0.25. Then we're going to come vertically 0.05 divided by 2, which was our distance, and we have to split that in half, which ends up being 0.025. Alright, then we need to come over towards the right, switching back over to our drawing. This distance here is 0.05, and then it comes down 0.01. This drop here, they're showing this double arrow, comes down 0.1. So 0.05 to the right, and then down 0.01. Switching back over, we're going to come over here, okay, 0.05, and then we're going to drop down 0.01, hit enter, alright, and then all we have to do is connect this point where we're currently at up to where we left off the first time, okay, click, and we're done. Okay, I finished the sketch. There's our shape. Alright, might be a little difficult to see because we have our numbers larger, but it's easier for us to dimension that way. Alright, then we're going to choose our revolve command. It already selects the shape. Now it wants me to pick the axis. Okay, notice here it's asking where's the axis. I'm going to select that line at the bottom, and then it rotates our shape around. Alright, it's a full rotation, and we just press OK. And our shape is looking good. Okay, looking real good on our axle peg. Alright, we forgot one thing, and if we switch back over and take a look at the drawing, we notice there's this cutout. Okay, it goes in 0.2 and it has a distance of 0.04. Okay, so we need to finish that on our drawing. We're going to switch over here. We're going to start a 2D sketch on this surface. Okay, and we'll switch back into the 3D mode. We need to project some geometry, so we want to make sure we have both of our circles on that drawing. Okay, come back in. We're going to zoom in. Okay, and now what we're going to do is draw a rectangle. Okay, here's my center, and I'm going to come over in this direction. Okay, notice if this is center, the X is showing as 0. Okay, I need to come over in this direction. Okay, if I press the tab key, I'm going to come over in that direction, a negative 0.02, which is half the distance. Okay, and hit enter. And now I'm going to drag down. Okay, let me zoom out, pan down. Okay, here's my drawing. All right, and the width of that should be 0.04. Okay, hit enter. So we're good. I finished the sketch. I'm now going to do an extrude. I just select that shape that I just drew. We're going the opposite way, and we're going to come in a distance of 0.2. Okay, 0.2 is our distance that we're coming in. So if I type 0.2, all right, there's our cutout. We make sure it's a cut. Okay, cut is priority going to be selected for you. Make sure you check the box. Press OK. And now, if we zoom in, we take a look, rotate our shape. Okay, looking good. Okay, our shape has been cut through. So at this point, this is done. We need to color it in. Okay, our axle peg should be showing as green. Okay, so mouse over it till you get the dotted line, then come in, choose that green color that you want. Okay, if you need to make it darker, whatever you think looks right. Okay, and then once the shape is finished, make sure you give it file save and save it as axle peg. This video is finished and you're ready for the next part. Great job.